Hey guys, I'm going to try something different today and talk about my most anticipated films of 2017. After 2016 was a slightly underwhelming year, I'm hoping that 2017 will bring us some new, really good films, and I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about these in month order, starting with January. So, January is typically known to be the cinematic wasteland, and I'm looking through this list. I'm seeing Split is the new film by M. Night Shyamalan. If you don't know his name, he is the master of twists. That's how most people know him. And this new film, Split, is about a character called Kevin who has 23 different personalities. And he has kidnapped 3 girls, and these personalities are fighting for control. And a 24th personality is apparently about to break free. And Shyamalan has had quite the career of some really good films, such as The Sixth Sense, and then some not so good films like The Last Airbender. Ugh, jeez. So that's January. There isn't really much to see here. February. John Wick Chapter 2. I haven't seen the original, but I heard it's really, really good. Came out a couple of years ago. It's from directed by the stunt coordinators from The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves from The Matrix, also starring Lawrence Fishburne, who was Morpheus from The Matrix. So it's a big reunion. Also coming out is the Lego Batman movie. So the Lego movie was a massive surprise back in 2014. Nobody thought it was going to work, but it did. A film with such obvious product placement, but it worked. It was a really fun film. Yeah, and Batman was a great part of it, and it's a really good voice cast, so yeah, that's one I'm excited for. 50 Shades Darker. Oh, the sequel everyone wanted. Definitely. Everyone wanted this. Not even sure the first one made money. I mean, I don't think. I mean, critics didn't like it, audiences didn't like it. Why is this sequel coming out? There are plenty of films that deserve a sequel, but I don't think 50 Shades of Grey is one of them. Also coming out is a cool film called A Cure for Wellness, and I've seen the trailer for this. Apparently, it's based on a book. It looks really interesting. If you don't know about it, look it up. March. Okay, there are some good things here. Starting with Logan, apparently Hugh Jackman's final Wolverine film. I can't say I'm well versed in the X-Men films. I've seen First Class, and that's it. I'm sorry, but so that isn't really one I'm excited for, but I know that lots of people are. Kong Skull Island. Now this is one I'm excited for. The trailers have been really good. King Kong looks massive. This isn't the Peter Jackson where he dies at the end. Kong has to live because apparently there's a whole new universe with a King Kong versus Godzilla film which is planned for 2020. So that's going to be interesting. Beauty and the Beast, another Disney live-action adaptation of one of their animation classics, starring Emma Watson, who was Hermione, and also Dan Stevens, who was Matthew Crawley from Downton Abbey. Yes. Also coming out is Power Rangers, which I'm going to be interested to see that. I never really saw the cartoon, but I know lots of people did. There are lots of fans, and this is like, based on the trailers, it looks like a Batman Begins type reboot. A dark, gritty Power Rangers. Can't believe I just said that, but that's what it looks like. Also Ghost in the Shell, based on a Japanese anime starring Scarlett Johansson as a policewoman who has to chase down a hacker. Based on the early pictures I've seen, the visuals look great. That's from the director of Snow White and the Huntsman. Let's move on to April. Smurfs The Lost Village. Again, another film everyone wanted. What a good sequel. The Fate of the Furious. I've only seen the first Fast and Furious film, but I know that it's supposedly a great action franchise, as in the most recent ones. I think from Fast 5 onwards, they've been really good, and this is supposedly the last one. It's the first film without Paul Walker, so that's going to be a bit sad. But it's teaming up Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, and they're going to fight in prison. So anything with them in is good. May, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I am pumped for this. I really like the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I think everyone was surprised by it. It was a massive hit, great success, and based on the trailers, I think they're going full out crazy with the sequel. So that's one I'm really excited for. Hopefully, Marvel can continue their hot streak. King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. So the next film, directed by Guy Ritchie. You may know him from the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. or The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I'm always excited to see a film that he does. A new Diary of a Wimpy Kid film, The Long Haul. They just keep skipping books with this series, but I suppose they're harmless. People like them. I enjoyed the first two. Not so much Dog Days, but still, there's a new one of that. Alien Covenant. This film has a lot to live up to because many people were let down by Prometheus. It didn't really solve the questions that they wanted answering. So Alien Covenant, Ridley Scott is back to direct, and that's a big one. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This is one of my favourite franchises, and that's all down to Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. Javier Bardem keeps playing some crazy looking people, and yeah, his villain from the trailers, he looks pretty mental, proper mental. Moving on to June, Captain Underpants. Yes, I am gonna see this. I love the books. Hopefully they can do a good film adaptation. It's probably gonna suck, but I really hope it's not. Wonder Woman. Okay, DC has a lot of cards resting on this film after the disappointments of Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad. If this film fails, then so will the DC Extended Universe, I think. Cars 3 is coming out. There have been some mixed messages from the trailers. I mean, are they going to kill some major characters? I don't know. Despicable Me 3. I'll go and see it. I really like the first one. The sequel is harmless, it's fun. And the trailer for the third one looks fun as well. The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise. Interesting. Transformers: The Last Knight. This is the fifth Transformers film directed by Michael Bay. And the only reason these films still exist is because they keep making money. They're not even that good. Okay, let's move on to July. Spider-Man Homecoming. This is a big one for Marvel. They've had so many Spider-Man reboots, and based on the trailers, I think this one's going to be really good. Tom Holland, he proved that he can do it in Civil War, and yeah, looking forward to this one. War for the Planet of the Apes. This is going to be a really good trilogy if this film is great. After Rise for the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, they were both brilliant, and if this one can finish that trilogy, it could be one of the great science fiction trilogies. Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Wow. Okay, that's quite the name. It's directed by Luc Besson, who did Lucy. He did The Fifth Element, which is a favourite film of mine. He's known for his striking visuals, and this is based on a French comic that he read when he was a boy. Dunkirk. This is possibly my most anticipated of the year, or one of them definitely, because Christopher Nolan is he is my favourite director. He's made some of my favourite films of all time, such as Inception, Interstellar, The Dark Knight, Memento. That's just to name a few. And this is his first time veering out of his comfort zone of superhero or mind benders. He's doing a true story. It's non-fiction, although he might take some liberties with the story, with the characters, but this is based on true events, so it's going to be really cool to see how he deals with this and how he makes this film. Okay, August. The Emoji Movie. Yay. Just kidding. Nobody's going to watch it. It's called The Emoji Movie, honestly. That's such a dumb idea. Yeah, nothing's really happening in August. There's a Nut Job sequel coming out. Brilliant. September, Lego Ninjago movie. That's going to be interesting to see, like the Lego Batman movie. Flatliners. This is a low-key film that I am interested in because I really like the original Flatliners starring Kiefer Sutherland and young Kevin Bacon and Julia Roberts. It was made back in the 90s, and it's a very well-made thriller, and this reboot is starring Ellen Page, who is one of my favourite actresses. So yeah, I'm interested to see that. October, Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Okay, now people have been telling me to see Kingsman: The Secret Service. I've heard nothing but praise for this film. I haven't seen it. This and Blade Runner are two films that I need to see this summer before their sequels come out. Which leads me to Blade Runner 2049. Now, Blade Runner is classic sci-fi. It's one of the most important sci-fi films of all time. It's starring Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling, and it's directed by Denis Villeneuve, who made Arrival. My Little Pony the movie. And there's a new Friday the 13th reboot, which we get once every 5 years, because they all suck. And I'm sure this one will too. But hey, maybe it won't. Insidious Chapter 4, Cloverfield 2017. This is going to be interesting because 10 Cloverfield Lane was completely unexpected, and that was brilliant. Saw Legacy? Yeah, when it said Saw 3D, the final chapter, yeah, that wasn't the final chapter. This franchise makes money, and they're just going to bring it back. November, Creed 2. Yes, Creed was one of the best films of 2015, and it's going to be great to see a sequel reuniting Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed and Sylvester Stallone's Rocky Balboa. Thor Ragnarok, another big film for Marvel. This film has had lots of buzz around it because it's uniting Hulk and Thor. There could be a Planet Hulk, and Thor has been one of the lesser mini franchises within the Marvel Universe, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they finish this trilogy. Justice League. Wow. Okay, so stepping back to Wonder Woman, I think Wonder Woman is going to be good, but Justice League, this has to be good. You know how good the Avengers was for Marvel? Yeah, there was all that hype leading up to it, all the films before had been great. Yeah, for DC, it's not quite the same situation. The previous films haven't been as good as the Marvel's previous films, so there is a lot resting on Justice League. This is the first time Batman's going to unite the Justice League, and it's going to be interesting to see who they face up against. And finally, December. Yeah, we all know what's coming out in December. Star Wars Episode 8, directed by Rian Johnson, who made Looper, a very good sci-fi film. And currently there are no plot details, not even the title's out yet. I'm sure I will make a video when some things are released about Episode 8, but right now there is nothing. Hopefully we get some questions answered regarding Rey's family, more Luke Skywalker, a fitting end for Leia, because definitely rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, you will be missed. Also, Pitch Perfect 3, a Jumanji remake, and I think that's it. That sums up my anticipated films of 2017. Some for good reasons, some for not so good reasons. Definitely some films I'm going to be there, seeing, loving, hopefully. But there are some other ones that I think I will see and go in with not very high expectations. So if you like this video, it's been a bit different from my normal reviews. There isn't much to be reviewing right now because it's January, so I thought I'd do this as a change, spice things up a bit. Please subscribe, and until the next time, goodbye.